as a patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it guys, Travis from Ostrich Longneck here. Well, it's the start of the next video. In this one we are going to be building the S S Enterpris, the original Enterprise. There's its tree. The only thing I want to do is this writing here. I want to take it off. When the parts are together, it shouldn't shine through, but if there's enough light coming through it, you might see it. I don't know how I can get it so you can see, but as you can see there, you can see the light, the writing through it. So I must just take something and try to get that off, just in case. Fairly simple build. That goes on that, those two and those two go together, those two halves go together, that goes between those two, and then those couple, and that's about it. Those are the ends of the warp nacelle, so one goes on each one. That goes on the front of the ship, and then of course I believe that is the deflector dish that goes in the front of the ship on that one there, and then it's done. So not a very big build. Let's see, that was the NX01, so this one, yeah, it's saucer, warp nacelles, engineering, put all the stuff together, and then it's basically done. When it comes to decals, there are a couple of decals, but not as much as the NX01, so the decals should go fairly fast. So that's it guys. When I come back, we'll be starting the Enterprise TOS version, the original one from the original TV series with Kirk and Spock and Scotty and all of our favorites. So let's get over to cutting the part off the sprue and starting to glue everything together. Once again, this one doesn't require paint, as the model is they reckon this is the color which this particular model is supposed to be, so you don't have to paint it. Once again, there will be certain parts that will be painted certain colors. Your top of your bridge, your front of your warp nacelles, your passage collectors, certain little parts will need some painting, but the rest of them won't. Basically just your detail painting. The rest of it is done with decals, which is, as I say, not much. So anyway guys, see you now. Be back soon. Okay guys, we're going to start on the saucer section. So just clip them off there. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Sorry about that, I don't screen. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, now for the next one. Okay, so there we go. Move. Okay. Not too happy with this front one. Okay, I'll sort out that more ones. Now, these two halves just go together like that. The only problem is lining up these pins. Okay, that's how it's got to go together. Now I've just got to apply the glue, and now I can just go over the edge. But first, as I said, I want to just remove this writing. So let me quickly get some stuff to see if I can take that off, and I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've removed the writing. Now let's just quickly to reconnect the pins. And oh, come on, what the heck is that popping loose for? Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to take this cement. Because the nice thing about this one is you don't have to apply it, you just drop it on and it's supposed to go into the seam. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, hopefully this part is now glued. I'm gonna give it a bit of time to dry. And when I come back, it will be to start assembling the next part. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, the next part I'm going to do is the two engineering holes and the warp nacelles. There we go, and there we go, that one's already loose, and there we go. So next part is these warp nacelle pieces. Trying to keep them as flat as possible. So okay. Just got some crap just to clean off. Okay, it's that part. Now those two parts. Just quickly got to work out exactly which way around this has to go. Yeah, this one is not fitting the way I expected it. So, that's not what I want. instructions aren't very clear on how to put this one in. So I'm not sure which one side has to face forward and which side has to face back. I think I've got it now. I hope I've got it. Okay, well, that looks like it's now correct. That goes on there like that. And it's starting to look like the S S Enterpris, which it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, that all looks to be correct. Okay, well, that way it fits. I'm quickly gonna go check on the internet. I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've checked it out and it looks like this is the correct way. Now just for some glue. Okay guys, that part was now dry. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, I'm quickly going to do the warp nacelles. First one. Damn, sorry, the camera went out of focus. Now for the next one. think I made a mistake. Shit. Ah, damn it. Now the things won't want to come across. Why did they do that? What the hell? That is really stupid. Instead of keeping them both pins on the same side of each one, they've gone and made it that these are two exactly different parts. They're not even the same, but they both got holes in it. Ah, you can't be joking. Okay guys, if you build that, remember this little problem. This time it's assembled correctly. Really can't believe that this part, I wish this camera would just focus. Can't believe this part over here has a male and a female, but yet it's the same part. Instead of just making both parts male, they go and they make it completely different. So you don't realize that, and then you go and accidentally glue the two wrong halves together. These things are a bit of a pain to hold. And there we go. All done. Once this is dry, I can clean up the seams and then that will go into place. Oh well guys, that's it for now. When I come back, I'll be applying the last 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So be back now. Sorry guys, the camera decided to go out of focus as I was about to start working. Okay, next I've got to put this little part on. And that's got to go to the bottom. And apply some glue. Yeah, that is tighter than I expected. Oh, come on, camera. So Sorry about this, guys. This camera is just really starting to irritate me. Yeah, this part is very, very tight. I don't know why it's so freaking tight. Okay, there's that. The next part is this little thing over here, the little deflector dish. That is very, very small. Hole is there, but the other stuff is there we go, finally. Okay guys, the little deflector dish is in place. The engineering hole is done, and the ship is starting to look like the Enterprise. Oops. Okay, now the last part is the caps to the warp nacelles. Just get this nice and flat so I can get a clean cut. Okay. Just quickly check on this. Not very clear. Yeah. So I just want to get this onto the nacelles, onto the ship, and then I can align those up properly. Holy moly, these things are a pain. Oh, it just does not want to go into place. Ah, there we go. That will sit better once I glue it. That's just for temporary. Okay, so I can pop on some glue on the back. Now at least I know how the warp nacelles got to go. I can get that lined up better if I can get a good grip on it. Okay, that's one in place. Now the next one. Okay guys, the ship is basically built. It is now just for final assembly that's got to be done. And then we can say time for decals. There's just a couple of other little things I want to do before I get to final assembly. So that's it for now. I'll be back a little bit later and then we can start doing final assembly. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm about to glue the saucer section onto the engineering hull. What I did have to do, I had to cut this front piece off. Managed to get that off, and the little knob where you're supposed to mount that onto, I had to cut that off because these don't line up, these little gadgets on the side, and it's actually a little bit too far down. It's not centered properly, so I don't know what happened there, why the molding is a bit out, but I cut the little knob off that this goes onto, and then I just glued this in, lined it up, and now it looks a lot better. The seam over here I had to work on. For some reason this little piece over here doesn't fit nicely, so all this I had to sand down and get it as smooth as I could, and now it's looking a lot better. Same around the edges here, I just had to sand it and get it smooth because it wasn't fitting properly. Okay, now it's just a matter of putting some glue on and then just holding that in place until it's dry, because if you just put it in, it just falls off. Okay, so let's quickly get the glue. Okay guys, the sauce is now in place. What I am going to do with this one is I'm going to spray it with light grey. This greenish grey to me doesn't look right, even though the studio model looks that way. I think the greenish colour is just a part of old age on the model. I believe that when it originally was painted it was grey, not green grey, just light grey, and with all the weathering and stuff which I've done on the model, and with time it's gone that funny colour. I could be wrong, but I don't like the way it looks. Boyd uses some white with black and a lot of other colours and makes his own type of grey which looks pretty good, but I'm just going to go with standard light grey, the type of grey which the I think it's the Tamiya primer, light grey primer is, so I'm just going to go with that particular colour. Anyway, that's it for now guys. I'll be back now. Then we'll most probably be over to the warp nacelles. Be back now. Okay guys, the sauce is in place. Now I'm going to put on the one warp nacelle. I'm not going to do both on camera because, well, you have to hold it in place. So that's why I'm only going to show you one, because afterwards I've got to hold it tightly in place. Get some glue on there. I'm not using that other glue because it's failed me a bit. Okay, when you put it on you can see it's a bit skew, so I have to line it up and hold it until it dries. And this can take a few seconds for it to get dry enough that it holds it in place and it doesn't start sagging. Okay, that should hopefully be fine for now, so I can just switch off the camera. Okay guys, when I come back the other side will be done as well. Be back now. Okay guys, the Enterprise is all together. Now I'm going to give it some base coat, which will also be its main hull color. This is just the light grey primer. That was not supposed to happen. But everything looks fine. Okay guys, I'm going to let that dry. Be back now. Okay guys, I forgot to press record when I did the facade collectors. Just going to show you a little bit of painting. The next one I've got to do is the medium grey. Medium grey was B. That's the edge of the warp nacelles here, and these little gadgets at the back on each side over here, so it's not much painting to do. If you heard that, that's just my father in the background. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry guys. that's the bees. This piece around the edge here, I just want to get a toothpick because it's too small to do with this paintbrush. This paintbrush is a bit thick. And you see, that's all the bees that's got to be done. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, the next part I've got to just paint is this little dome on top of the bridge. That's got to go white. But because it's so small, I'm using my magnifying glass and a toothpick. And hopefully it comes out looking alright. No, that doesn't want to come out alright. I'm just giving it a wipe off and try start again. I don't want to bore you too much with this. So if it doesn't work this time, I'll try to do it off camera. No, I'm gonna try to do this off camera. It just doesn't want to come out right. Be back now. Okay guys, here you can see the top and the bottom. The white spots are done. These things are very small. The next part I've got to do is just at the back here. According to the instructions, it must be white. And then these little pieces on the top of the warp nacelles, they want them white as well. Well, those are big enough. I should be able to paint them with the paintbrush. So just give me a second, guys. Like I'm just having a great day with paint going where it's not supposed to, and looks like that warp nacelle, warp pylon is not doing very well. I'm gonna have to give it some glue and reposition it. I wasn't thinking I should have done all the painting before, but I thought, no, why must I do it that way? just glue it all together, then I can prime it all in one go and done. I guess I shouldn't have. Should have done it similar to the way I done the NX01. Could use a slightly better paintbrush here, but unfortunately I don't have one. Okay guys, it's not perfect, but I'm satisfied with it. Now before that breaks off, I just want to get some glue in there, because for some reason the pylon seems to be breaking loose. Okay guys, don't want to paint that yet because of the trouble it's giving me, so I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've got the back here done. There's just a little bit of a touch up to do. The next part is the deflector dish. Let me try to zoom in a bit more. This area has all got to become copper, and then a little bit of a ring around the edge there must become copper. Excuse me. Okay. Drop some copper onto here. And then the model will be almost ready for decals. Not much when it comes to paint on this one. It would have been even less if I hadn't decided that I want to paint the whole color like grey. It would have been even less work. Let me just zoom out a bit, it's a bit close. There we go. That way I can move around a bit more without losing you guys. Damn, I slipped. Giving myself some more work. I realized afterwards maybe I should have built this by painting the individual part and then doing everything, but it's not that serious. It's a bit of a pain, but it's still going together quite nicely. The only problem I have got was some of the parts didn't fit very nicely together, but still I'm very happy with this model. It's not perfect, but it is still very nice. Okay guys, that's the one part. The next part is quite delicate. I've got to get in right along the edge there and just give it a small copper ring. That I'm going to do off camera because I'm going to have to really concentrate on that. But when I come back, it will be the beginning of the decals. Be back now. Well guys, there we go. The Enterprise TOS is ready to start putting decals on. As you can see, the size difference between the Enterprise from the original TV series compared to the Enterprise from the NX01, the Enterprise TV series. The size of the warp nacelles for one. The original TV series warp nacelles is a lot bigger. The saucer itself could be a little bit smaller, but otherwise the ship itself is a lot bigger. As I said, there's not many decals that's got to go on, so that over there, and then a couple down over here. I don't know if you can see them all. No. That little bit is all that has to go on. So let's quickly get down to it and start putting some decals on the ship. Be back now. Okay guys, the first two things I'm going to put on, go over here. Just one thing I must point out: if you are building this ship, this model kit, on the instructions which comes with the kit, it says the part you must put on for here is S24, but when you look on the decal sheet, it's marked E24. So the call out for this particular kit is all S's, but for some reason the decals are marked E. I don't know why they did that, but they messed it up. I don't know if I can get that into focus. As you can see there, it says E24. And if you come to the instructions, if I can get it to focus. Sorry about this guys, the camera doesn't want to focus. Okay, let me try zoom out a bit. Okay, there we go. As you can see over there, the calls for S24. So just a little thing to remember is, if you're building this model, just pay attention that they've mislabeled the decals, which is supposed to be S, is actually E. Because I went through all of them, but these are the right ones. Why are they? And then I realized they mislabeled them. Okay guys, I'm going to quickly let this soak in water for a few seconds and I'll be back now. Okay guys, I'm back. In case anybody wonders why I stopped the camera when it would have only take 30 seconds, it's because my battery was running flat and I quickly wanted to change the battery out at the same time, well, put it on charge. So that's the reason why I paused it. I thought you decided that you wouldn't want to watch a model just lying on the table while I'm busy changing a battery out. Okay, first decals in place. Just quickly get some toilet paper just to dab the water off. This one wants to be stubborn, doesn't want to move. That's pretty good. Don't know how nicely you guys can see. Don't want to zoom in too close, but you can see the two little red lines. Next, we got to go into this section over here. Just quickly bring in the dustbin closer so I can throw all my rubbish away. I just got to figure out where that part is. Okay, that part is number 22. There we go. E22. Unfortunately, the other video which I put up, I didn't realize was 2 hours long. So I just want to apologize for it being longer than I expected it to be. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I did have a bit of problems with the one video clip not wanting to render properly, so I had to go change the format, and then my program accepted it and I finally managed to make the video finish. That's why it also took a little while to finally get the video up. So I don't know what happened there. I'm going to quickly put this part on, and then once I've done that, I'm going to quickly pause for a few seconds. I've just got something I need to quickly do after this. These decals are pretty small, so they are a bit difficult sometimes get off, especially when they're very small. Looks pretty right. I'm just going to leave that on. Okay, I'm quickly going to pause now, find the next one, put it in, and I've just got something I want to check. Be back now. Okay guys, the part which I'm going to work on is going to go in that section there. I decided to zoom in a little bit so you can see better. The next ship I build is going to be the SS Enterpris refit. and I decided when I built her that because the decals are going to take so long, I'll most probably do 1 or 2 decals with the build, and then the next video as complete just on its own, the decals. But I'll most probably do the video first and then see how long it takes to build and decal, and then decide exactly how many episodes I will make it. If it's going to be a 2-hour video again, then I will break it up into separate pieces, so it's not one huge video at one go. Make it a little bit better. Don't know if you guys can hear that on the camera, the emergency vehicles. Hopefully there hasn't been another car accident by the intersection. Of course, just outside where I live, Forfall, is the Cartonville Joburg Potch Road, and apparently there was quite a bad accident the other day where a 10-year-old girl lost her life, or somebody apparently made a illegal U-turn in the road, and the car that was coming towards Potch's side, as far as I understand, drove into him, and the little girl was thrown out of the car. Okay guys, so we now got that piece in place. Just quickly looking. Okay, now next we've got little pieces there and there. So we've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think about 10 more little decals to go on here. The NX01 decals instructions was much nicer and clearer than this one. Just seemed to be a bit better, because here it shows decals on the edges here. Okay, I see what decals those are, so I don't have to worry, they come along the edges. Okay, so the next one I've got to find is the S12, and I think I know where. There we go, just where I thought it would be. The S12. Take my trusty little knife and cut the paper, quickly drop it in the water. I like to wait for about 30 seconds. It might not be exactly 30 seconds, but I'll count down up to 30. It's approximately 30 seconds. So and now the stuff wants to be stubborn and doesn't want to be picked up. Finally, there we go. Okay. Just want to turn this like this. Okay, I'm going to use this more or less for indications. They're not exactly the right size, but it will give me a better idea of where I've got to put it. Deacon wants to be stubborn. Really apparently stolen. And I just got itself all tangled up because it's so thin and delicate. Sorry about this, guys, but I didn't realize this one would give me so much trouble. And finally I've got it in place. Yeah, I think that's more or less right. What would be nice is if this decal picture was exactly the same size as your model. Zoom out on that a bit, sorry about that. I'm facing completely the wrong area. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I just wish this decal picture over here, over there, was the same size as the actual model itself, so when you put it down and you move it up, you can get the alignment better of where the decal's got to go. Now that I've got that one in place, I've got a better idea of where to put this one. It's a bit difficult to work on this. So, just get some water on there. I want to move it a bit over that way and a bit back. Something with a straight line. Just about in place. Okay guys, that's basically done. I'm happy with that one's position. And there's those two in place. The next two I've got to find is the I'm not sure. I see S4 and S3, and I also see S11. Find it. Okay, let's see. S11. Okay. E13. This doesn't make any sense. Okay guys, I'm going to quickly try to figure this out. Be back now. Okay guys, I figured out what they are. They look like they could be windows, but they're so small, and I think they're white, so when you look at your decal paper you can't see them. So I think I figured it out. Let's get to these parts here. That registration number didn't want to get into place. First one done. Okay, that's that one done. What I didn't realize until now is they don't actually have a decal for these triangle here. So once I give it a clear coat, I'm going to have to try paint that in by hand. I thought they did have that part, but they don't. These little triangles that go here and here, I see they don't have them. That's not serious. Anyway, let's get back to what we were busy with. Let's see, what do I need next? And S10. There we go. What is 10? That one off and cut that one off. Put those to the side. There we go. Okay. Put that in for 30 seconds. bars which aren't helping at the moment. Try and see what's going on here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this so I can work on it easily and show you what I'm doing. Just as I thought, the windsors are not only in black but also in white. And that's what makes it so hard to see and hard to work with. That down. Okay, this one is one of the more tough ones. Given you window markings on the actual model, but these windows which come with it don't appear to be the same size. These windows on the decals are actually smaller than the windows on the actual model, which is engraved, and they don't show you very nicely on this instructions on exactly where this is supposed to go. It's a little bit tricky. I'm not even sure if I've got the stuff in the right place. Okay guys, this is taking a little bit long. I'm going to pause the video and finish this off out of shot, and I'll get back to you when it's done, because this is going to take a while. Be back now. Okay guys, I managed to get that more or less right. It's not perfect, but these dots over here and here are supposed to be white, but they're made them red and green, so this model is not perfectly accurate. And now I'm trying to put on the next little decal, the 3 little white dots that go in the front, but they are so small. Okay, let me try staying shot. We gotta go in front over here. Okay, the 3 little white dots are in place. They're so small you can barely see them. Oh, yeah, sorry about that guys. Hopefully my camera will get back into focus before I smash it. Just for fun, let me try and get that's better. Just move the model forward. Okay guys, let me just figure out what I've got to do next, and I'll be back now. Okay guys, I'm not going to show you much more of these decals because they're very small and a bit of a pain. I will show you 1 or 2 more and show you some of the more bigger and more important ones, and once that's done then I'll go and do most of them off the camera, and do something like these big ones, and take it from there. But I will show you the registration number going on at the top, because most of these ones are a bit of a pain and I just don't want to work nicely. Compared to the other decals which I did, this one is a bit of a pain. I'm not very impressed. They're strong, but they're not going on very well, if you know what I mean. This is the first time with these decals I can actually say I'm not all that pleased. They don't want to move. They don't want to go into position nicely. Try to grab it so I can pull it. And it wants to be a nonsense. Now it's too far back. This one is. It's like they didn't plan these ones properly. They didn't. This decal over here is too high, so it's catching on the actual warp nacelles pylon, and it's giving me lots and lots of problems. Okay guys, this is taking too long. I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've just got one complaint about this kit so far, which is that this decal over here, they didn't make it so when you put this decal on, it goes around this. It actually stands up against it. So you, once you put it on, because it's hard to see where the little windows are, you're going to have to just carefully trim it to try and get it into place. Other than that, so far I'm pretty happy with the kit. It's just this particular one out of the 7 models I'm not particularly happy with at the moment. I don't know if they made the decals the wrong size, because it's got little windows which is molded in. None of the little windows which they put over here are actually lining up to it or anything. So anyway guys, I'm now going to put in some more decals here and there. I'll come and show you once they're done. Don't want to bore you with more of me struggling to put these decals in place, so I'm going to do them all off camera. I will show you the couple of final decals on the top of the saucer. Once that's done, then I'll show you those, but otherwise I'm not going to show you more of these little decals that go on here. The bigger one that goes on the side of the warp nacelle, that type of stuff I'll show, but the one that goes there is small and I'm not going to bother. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm quickly going to put on this one here. As I said to you, I will show you me putting those on. But not the others. Let's just see. Just pop that point. There we go. Let's go a little bit more forward. And there we go. decal bonder on that, or should I say decal softener. Before I get to the clear coat, obviously I'll have to let all of that dry first. Okay guys, I'll be back now. Okay guys, I'm gonna quickly just show you putting that one in there. I believe some of these decals are not the correct size for this model and not even the correct shapes for this model. I don't know who created these decals, but for some reason they really messed these ones up. All the decals on the NX01 so far has been perfect, but I can't say the same for the S S Enterpris. And now, of course, when you gotta lift the decal up, it doesn't want to move. Okay, there we go. We finally got it to move. Too much water, so I try and get rid of the water. This is excess water. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. That's out of my decal softener. And there we go. And that's it for this next part. When I come back, it will be doing the last couple of top pieces. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm putting on the final decal. The registration name that goes on the front of the ship. On. This is a little bit too far back. Get rid of some of that water. Sorry guys, the thing moved. Looks more or less right. Okay guys, there we go. The registration is finally on the ship. All the decals are done. As I say, I don't believe these decals are the correct size. I think they are a little bit too small. They should have been bigger, a little bit bigger, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that. There is one or two little things which I still want to do. On the bottom here there should be those little, I think they were actually feet for landing. I just got to paint those in and then I'll be basically done, and I've just got to give it now its clear coat. So there we go guys, that's the S Enterpris almost done. I just got a little bit of things still to do. Give it a clear coat. I won't show you the clear coat, you saw that on the other one, just painting it on. And when I come back, it will be for the final reveal. So be back now guys. I've just got to let all these decals dry, and once that's done, then I can do the clear coat. Be back now. Okay guys, there we go. The S Enterpris is finally done. I've given a clear cut, all the decals are in place. I'm happy with the way she turned out. I do feel the decals aren't correct. I think they're a little bit small. There's 3 little windows over here. They're so small you can't even see them. The ones on the side are slightly better, but on the model itself there's windows on the ship itself. They've been molded in place, yeah, but these little windows which you get on the decals, I don't know where you'll be able to see there, if the thing will focus. These little windows here, these don't line up with the ones that's molded onto the hull itself. Otherwise I'm pretty happy. It looks quite nice, but I'm finally done. Next will be the Enterprise refit. I'm not sure how long that one's going to take, because that one has got a lot of decals. I might do that in a 2-part. I'll have to wait and see, but that's all I've got at the moment. The ship is all done. So there we go guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and be back in a few minutes. See you now. Okay guys, that's everything for this video. I'm not sure how long it is, I haven't looked. I hope it's not too long. I apologize again for the last video. I didn't realize it was going to be 2 hours long. I should have actually cut it and made it 2 parts, but I didn't. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The NX01 really went together nicely. The S Enterpris, I feel the decals could have been better, especially around the warp nacelle area. They could have just cut a little gap out so it fitted better. But other than that, it was pretty fun to build. Not a very big model. Doesn't take that long to build the model. The decals on is basically your longest part. But next will be the Enterprise refit. Hopefully she goes better together than the S Enterpris with the decals. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't glued the model to the stand yet. That I will do later. But other than that, she's basically done. Okay guys, happy modeling and living long and prosperous. Enjoy and cheers.